so much, not too much.
All right.
Okay, it's fine. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, then. Thank you very much. Now, Cameroon have eliminated the defending champions Nigeria and secured a place at the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup. How are people in Cameroon reacting to this remarkable run? And how does this team now feel capable of going all the way and winning the country's first WAFCON title?
Well, I think the feeling and the reaction in the country is that of surprise. People are surprised to see the team performing this way, considering the fact that the team hasn't been so good over the last couple of years. They failed to qualify for the last edition. This one, they were brought in through the back doors by CAF, which expanded the tournament from 12 to 16 teams. So in the build-up to the tournament, nobody expected the team to go beyond the quarterfinals or even the group phase, but surprisingly, they found themselves now in the semi-finals after knocking out one of their biggest, or if not their biggest, rivals in the competition in Nigeria. So it's a feeling of excitement and now expectation from the fans, because after that victory against Nigeria, a lot of people now expect the team to perform better because they know that Nigeria is that only team that can stop Cameroon at any time. So with Morocco now being the giants of the so-called giants that are left in the competition, they think that Cameroon should be able to take its chances and go through Morocco and go through the final where they should meet Algeria and Malawi. And coming to the Morocco game, I think it's all about belief. The players believe a lot, the players and the coaching body. They believe that they have what it takes to be able to go through the Moroccans because of the fact that they are able to perform excellently since this competition began. And also they know that they are not the favorites. They don't have anything to lose. Nobody expected them to be where they are today. They were considered a team that was an underdog, an outsider. Now they're in the semi-finals. They are the most successful team in this competition now as things stand, because they have been to the final 3 times. This is their chance to get to their 4th final and probably get their first trophy. So it's all about the team playing for glory, playing for victory. And the coach said the same. He said the team has nothing to lose. The team will not be bothered by the massive crowd that will be coming in to support the home country and all of those things. It's all about the team remaining committed and the players executing the game plan that the coach will bring on board.
Hey, let me bring you into this conversation, because goalkeeper Michaeli Bihinia was outstanding against Nigeria, making 9 saves and winning player of the match. How important has her form been to Cameroon's progress, and can she be the difference against this Moroccan side?
Well, I think not trying to downplay her excellence in the tournament so far. She's been fantastic, no doubt. But I think the Nigerians were a bit unlucky on the day. Chances in which they could have converted. For me, I felt she did well, but at the same time, she might not be lucky against the Moroccans. I noticed the Moroccans are a bit much more clinical in this tournament. They've been very clinical. All they need is an half chance, and you would concede. But I think if the Cameroonians would be going through in any way, I think they would have to, rely a lot on their goalkeeping department. She's been fantastic thus far, but she would need help with the defensive lineup as well. I can say for a fact that that defensive lineup, although it looks watertight, it wasn't against Nigeria. It was just the fault of the Super Falcons that they couldn't concede, and they're probably Mother Nature and Mother Luck. But they would need more than the excellence of their goalkeeper against the Moroccans, who can, they can score from any angle. They've shown they're very clinical. They've had fantastic goal scorers from, different, forwards getting the goals for them. And I think they would not be relentless, when they are trying to get a goal as well in front of the home crowd. So I think she would need much more support from the defense as well this time around. Look at the Okoronkwo chance, with the defense sleeping in the final, just 2 minutes to the end of the game. If she had converted that chance, probably would not be talking about what we are talking about at this point in time. So these are places where I feel the defense would really need to come help the goalkeeper as well. She's excellent in the goalkeeping department, but she needs the front line, the last line of defense, that the defensive lineup in front of her to also stand their ground as well, to to make her job easier. So for me, with that, then definitely they can go all the way.
All right then, Fabrice, Morocco have home advantage, strong attacking players, and the support of the passionate crowd. How should Cameroon approach this semi-final tactically? Should they continue with the strategy of trying to score early and then defend their advantage, or will they need to be more adventurous against the hosts?
adventurous and very solid defensively. It's true that we were able to play clean against Nigeria, but again, the goalkeeper was very important in that game. She made 9 saves and all of those things, and we must not really rely on that. We cannot really keep relying on the goalkeeper for those kind of saves and all those rescue missions. So I think the team needs to be much more careful in terms of defense. It's true that we started that game against Nigeria with 4 defenders, but again, it wasn't easy playing against a very ruthless Nigerian attack with Rashida Ajibade and all the other ladies who were really firing from all corners. So I think the team needs to improve at that level. The 4 ladies who handled the defense in that game need to really improve and ensure that they don't expose the goalkeeper a lot, because it's true that she was excellent in the other game, but she may really not be in the game in the semi-final. So I think she needs to be protected, like the other panelists said. She needs to be protected by the team, and the team needs to score a lot of goals, because we know Morocco is a team that has a home advantage, is the most hungry team in this tournament. They've been in the final in the last editions, in the last 2 editions, beaten by South Africa in 2022, and then by Nigeria, I think, last year, the 2024 edition. So they know that it's very important for them to manage and go through at least the final and try to get their hands on the trophy. So they will be firing from all angles to ensure that they get the goal. So Cameroon needs to get those important goals and not just try to get one and try to defend all through a defense that I don't think is really that impressive enough. A defense that I don't think is so solid to be able to contain a team that will be fired by the home crowd for over 90 minutes. So it's all about playing extremely solid defensively and taking all the chances that may come their way.
All right then, Fabrice, Cameroon have reached the WAFCON final 3 times, like we've both said, 2004, 2014, and 2016, but they've never won the competition. Do you see this current generation as the team capable of finally breaking that barrier? And what would reaching the final or winning the trophy mean for the future of women's football in Cameroon?
Yes, I think this group of players, they are good enough, although a lot of people may not really want to believe that they are better than the other generations that played against the ruthless Nigerian teams that has beaten the team over the years. Remember, Nigeria has beaten Cameroon in the last 3 finals. I think the first in 2004, later on in 2012, 2014, and recently in Yaoundé in 2016, where that last-minute goal from Desiree Oparanoze blew the hearts of millions of Cameroonians. I think this generation knows that it is always very important to win those games. They know the history of the competition. They know how important this competition is to all Cameroonians, and I think they will go all out to get the victory. The coach said that yesterday. The team captain, the veteran Gabriel Abudengene, said that yesterday, that they know how important these things are. They know how embarrassing, how frustrating losing the finals of this competition are. But they have covered that, and they are focusing on this tournament, taking the tournament one game after the other. They've targeted the group phase. They went through that phase successfully. They got to the quarterfinals. They were able to knock out the giants, Nigeria. Now they're facing the home country, Morocco, which a lot of people consider the favorites now in the competition alongside Malawi. But again, they still have what it takes. And I think the players believe in themselves, and they know that they have what it takes to be able to get the victory. Okay. Now, the second aspect of the question, I think winning this competition will change a lot so far as women's football is concerned in the country. It's true that over the last decade or so, we've been one of the biggest teams so far as women's football is concerned on the continent already. We've been to the Olympics once, I think that was in 2012. We've played 3 finals of the women's AFCON, like you stated. We've been in the semi-finals several times, finishing 3rd, finishing 4th, and all those things. And so they know that getting the trophy finally will mean a lot in terms of making a game more popular in the country, in terms of bringing in more girls in playing football, which I think is a domain that's not really exploited a lot, because we have a lot of young footballers, young female footballers in this country who can really apply their trade in this sport and really make a living in it. So I think getting this trophy will open more doors for women's football in the country. This group of players has players playing for Real Madrid. They have players playing in the US top flight, Washington Spirit. So getting this trophy will really make the sport much more popular in the country and convince more young stars, more female young stars into embracing this sport as a field where they can call a career path for themselves.
All right then, Dewah Fabrice, thank you so much for your time on the show. Good luck to you and the Indomitable Lionesses as they take on the Atlas Queens of Morocco later tonight. And hopefully we will have you on subsequent editions where possibly we will be speaking about Cameroon either playing in the final or them winning the 2026 WAFCON title. Once again, Fabrice, thank you so much for your time on the show. Do enjoy the rest of your day.